guys, welcome to the episode 7 of the weekly CX Catch Up, where we deliver late news with latest insights. So, Vinay, do you believe that third time is a charm with businesses?
Definitely not, Harshini. Maybe it applies to baseball where a player is called out only after 3 consecutive strikes, but I don't think that holds true for businesses. A recent study reveals that most customers are willing to give brands a second chance after negative experience, but at least 70% of them will start seeking alternatives after two continuous negative experiences.
Yeah, I think it's very true because when I try like checking out using some native website, if I fail in checkout, like not even just twice, at once I skip. So I think it's a very natural response that we are having these days.
Yeah, and today more than ever, customers have a ton of options to choose from, which makes consistency central to CX, right? I think the era of product-led growth is slowly ending, and we are now in the era of experience-led growth. So, what do you think businesses can do to achieve consistency?
Well, me as a consumer, purely talking from a consumer point of view, if I know that something is very low effort and if it's seamless, like right from the checkout and everything, if the purchasing entire experience is easy, I know that the organization or the brand has put in a lot of effort to make it easy. Now that I value. So these days, you are right, everything is now experience oriented. So if a brand consistently brings it across all of their touch point, I think they have earned a very good, loyal fan base, I must say.
Yeah, and more importantly, it's not the job of one single team, right? It requires all business functions working together and identifying pain points throughout the customer journey. Only then can they achieve consistency.
Collectively, yes.
Yeah.
That's why I think businesses are now leaning towards the word brand. Your brand has to like echo through a lot of chambers and functions across your business. So yeah, I think that's how one can achieve consistency and how you can also incorporate the seamlessness for your customers.
Yeah. Speaking of negative experiences, there was this one viral video last week. I think you watched it. Did you get to see that?
Yeah, it's the cry of another passenger, I believe.
Yeah. So basically, this one customer of a particular airline, he had a terrible time with the employees during check-in. The airline recommends that passengers check in 60 minutes before departure, but he was delayed by 10 minutes. And when he tried to check in by himself at the self check-in kiosk, he couldn't. So he went to the front desk and they asked him to pay $25 towards agent-assisted check-in. This seems to have angered him so much and led to a heated argument between the two parties involved. The employees, like things went south immediately. Since the video has gone viral, it has also damaged the image and reputation of the brand, right? I mean, one customer sees it and it creates an impression in their mind, and the next time they have to book a ticket, I don't think they'll consider this thing will start ringing in their minds immediately. So the airline came up with a statement saying that the employees belong to a third party partner service, and that their service has been terminated since then. So what do you think is the lesson here?
The one, social media, obviously have to keep a watchful eye for your customers out there, and second being you can't just wash your hands off and say, hey, it's another partner service. Accountability matters a lot. While this also highlights one of the recent blog that I think you wrote on Simplified CX, but it highlights how important it is to ensure all of your ecosystem come under you. So even your partners, you must be having them in check. So collectively you have to work towards maintaining this one brand image and service.
Yeah, so to a customer, it doesn't really matter which organization the business representative actually works for. To them, only their experience matters. So I think organizations will also have to start looking deeply into their partner relationships and make sure that things work smoothly for their customers, right? So I don't think it's right to end the episode on a negative note about negative experiences. So let's talk some positive news from last week.
So yeah, last week we celebrated one of the fifth most celebrated day of the year, which is Mother's Day. I think out of the two of us, both of us would have bought a lot of gifts, flowers, and whatnot to our moms. And in that way, we would have contributed almost like $34 billion in spending for this year in total, which is the second highest in 2 decades, averaging with the person spending about $259 per year. Now, while this shows how much love we hold for our mothers across the world, it also shows how global brands have also come forward to pay tribute to mothers. Now, there are a few lessons to take away from this. Number one being, when there is a mountain of emotional connection here, there is always an underneath a business opportunity underneath. So their emotional storytelling comes in, and brands know this. They know how to leverage this. And so many brands across the world have done it in the past week, as we have already seen across social media and various other places. Second, as consumers, right, I should say this is not always coming from a place of love. It's also coming from a place of peer pressure, social pressure, and urgency, where we are influenced to make that purchasing decision.
Yeah, so either it's like my friend has bought his mother this thing, so I need to buy this, or like last year I bought this for my mother, so I need to one up myself. So
Yes,
a lot
yes.
of self-imposed pressure and peer pressure comes in here. Yeah.
Even the day-to-day apps that we use, they have this notification saying, hey, happy Mother's Day. So automatically it ritualizes this whole consumption behavior when it comes to these holidays. And finally, it also shows the vision and mission of certain brands.
Right.
It shows what is their long-term and short-term goals. We can easily identify as consumers these days who is here for attention and who is here seeking loyalty. So at the end of the day, it's all about how much we are willing to pay when it comes to love, meaning, and connection, and how well brands are using this.
Yeah, so that brings us to the end of this episode. What is the ad of the week?
So for the ad of this week, we have an ad from IRCTC, Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation. Now, they have found a clever and creative way to ensure that all passengers travel with a ticket. So we have linked the ad in the description below. Let us know what your thoughts about it. So until next time.